You've been lied to your entire life. The new year doesn't start on January 1st. That date, and all the traditions that go with it, are a deception rooted in the worship of a two-faced pagan god. In the next few minutes, I'm going to prove it to you from history and the Bible, and I'll reveal the one true new year that has been hidden from you. For most of the world, the new year shows up with fireworks, parties, and a list of resolutions. We all count down the seconds to midnight on December 31st, raise a glass, and celebrate the start of a fresh calendar. But what if this whole tradition is built on a lie? What if you've been taking part in an ancient pagan ritual without even knowing it? The truth is, celebrating the new year on January 1st isn't some neutral secular holiday. It's a man-made tradition with deep pagan roots. Following it is like trying to navigate a city using a pirated, outdated map. It might look real, but it leads you away from the true destination set by the city's original planner. Today, we're going to peel back the layers of history and expose the truth about when the year really begins. So, where did January 1st even come from? To find the answer, we have to go back to ancient Rome. The start of their year had originally been in March, but by 153 BC, they made January 1st the official first day of the civil year, mostly for administrative and military convenience. Later, in 45 BC, Julius Caesar introduced his Julian calendar, which cemented January 1st as the start of the year for the entire Roman world. But this date wasn't just picked from a hat. January was named in honor of Janus, the Roman god of beginnings and doorways. He's the one with two faces, one looking back into the past and the other looking forward into the future. The Romans would kick off January 1st by offering sacrifices to Janus, decorating their homes and holding wild parties, all to get his favor for the coming year. But the roots go even deeper than Rome. Thousands of years earlier, the ancient Babylonians celebrated their new year, Akitu, around the spring equinox in mid-March, which was tied to the rebirth of the natural world. When you stop and think about it, doesn't it seem strange to celebrate a new year in the dead of winter? It's like throwing a birthday party for a tree in January when all its leaves are gone and it looks lifeless. The real celebration should be in the spring when it bursts back to life. The January 1st celebration is a man-made idea artificially placed on the calendar to honor a pagan god. And the pagan echoes don't stop with the date. Many of the traditions we see today are like drinking from a river that was polluted at its source. Even if the water seems clear now, the original contamination is still there. In Spain, people eat 12 grapes for 12 months of luck. In Denmark, they smash plates to get rid of bad spirits. In Panama, they burn big dolls to drive away negativity. These aren't just quirky customs. They're leftovers from a superstitious pagan worldview that looks for luck in rituals instead of blessings from God. Now, you might be thinking, what's the big deal? Is it really that bad to watch some fireworks and make a resolution? The problem isn't wanting a fresh start. The problem is the origin and the style of the celebration. The Bible is crystal clear about separating ourselves from the traditions of the pagan world. In Romans chapter 13, verse 13, the Apostle Paul warns believers to walk honestly as in the day, not in rioting and drunkenness. The whole vibe of many New Year's Eve parties is the exact opposite of the conduct God calls for. What's more, the Bible strictly warns us not to adopt pagan customs. In 2 Corinthians chapter 6, we're asked, "What communion hath light with darkness?" Trying to mix these pagan-rooted celebrations with a life dedicated to God is like trying to mix oil and water. No matter how much you shake them, they will always separate because they simply don't belong together. The passage ends with a direct command. "Wherefore come out from among them, and be ye separate, saith the Lord, and touch not the unclean thing, and I will receive you." Taking part in a holiday set up to honor a pagan god like Janus is, by definition, touching an unclean thing. It's like putting on the jersey of a rival team. Even if you say you're not playing for them, you're still wearing their colors. This is the great deception. A pagan festival has been repackaged and sold to everyone as a harmless celebration. So, if January 1st is a pagan invention, when is God's new year? When does the Bible say the year truly begins? The answer is loud and clear in the book of Exodus. Right before God delivers the Israelites from slavery, he sets up a new calendar for his people. In Exodus 12 verse 2, God declares, "This month shall be unto you the beginning of months. It shall be the first month of the year to you." And which month was this? Exodus chapter 13 verse 4 specifies it is the month Abib. The Hebrew word Abib means ear of corn and points to the time in early spring when the barley was ripe. This month, which lands in March or April on our calendar today, was later named Nisan. Think about the incredible symbolism here. God didn't start his year in the dark and cold of winter. He began it in the spring, the season of new life, rebirth, and resurrection. This new calendar was a total reset, like God handing his people a brand new watch set perfectly to his time. He was declaring that from now on, their lives would be defined by his appointments, not the second-hand clocks of the nations around them. More importantly, God forever linked his new year to the single most important event in the Old Testament, the Passover. Deuteronomy chapter 16 verse 1 commands, "Observe the month of Abib, and keep the Passover unto the Lord thy God." The first month of the year isn't about honoring a two-faced Roman idol. It's about remembering God's powerful act of deliverance and redemption. You've now been presented with a choice. On one hand, you have the world's new year, a tradition based on a Roman calendar, honoring a pagan god and celebrated in the dead of winter. On the other hand, you have God's new year, a divine appointment set in the spring, a time of new life that remembers his powerful act of redemption through the Passover. Choosing to align with God's calendar is about more than just dates. It's a declaration. It's a statement that you are choosing to separate yourself from the world's deceptive traditions and align with biblical truth. It's an act of coming out from among them and refusing to touch what is unclean. It's about choosing to remember God's deliverance over Rome's paganism. Don't just take my word for it. Open your Bible. Read Exodus chapter 12 for yourself. Look into the historical sources and see the pagan origins of these traditions with your own eyes. The truth has been hidden in plain sight. If this message has opened your eyes, I encourage you to share this video with your friends and family. So many people are unknowingly caught up in these deceptions, and they deserve to know the truth. And finally, if you want to keep uncovering the hidden truths of the Bible and learn how to walk in a way that is truly set apart from the world, make sure you subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell.